in order to sustain the enviable stability in the country. A meeting without bounds, the convergence also attracted several non-Gambians residing in the country. Emmanuel Umoridion is the treasurer of the Nigerian community in the Gambia. He has lived in the country for 16 years.
And every country has its own law. The law of this country, Gambia said, whoever that killed should be killed. And this is not the only country this kind of thing has been happening. Even the country I came from, Nigeria, it has been happening there. And the 9 people that was killed, they also kill people.
The peace and accord in this country is our greatest treasure, according to Mayor Yankuba Koli, who urged people to put the Gambia ahead of individual interests. Ignore those calling for sanctions against the country. They are just on the lookout for themselves and don't have any concern for the masses, Mayor Koli revealed. Touba Gueye is a Senegalese national who has lived in the Gambia for a decade now. Gueye told the meeting to examine the criminal situation in Dakar in order to recognize the distinctly unsurpassed peace and harmony in the Gambia, which he said needs to be preserved by all measures. A prominent murid in the Gambia, Pa Abdoulaye Wan, emphasized that even religion provides for reciprocal treatment in criminality. Wan prayed for the president and the government's fortitude to fulfill their aims and development objectives for the country, noting that anybody who loads the executions dislikes the truth. A Talinding native, Mamboy Jame, underlined the president's love and commitment to women's development and beseeched him to defer the killing of the remaining convicts. A host of other speakers, including imams and community elders, expressed solidarity with the government's execution of the death sentence as a major crime disincentive and asked the president to suspend the killing of the other convicts on death row. Ibrahim Jata, GRTS.
Well, residents of Madina Talokoto village in Kombo East and students enjoying the Jame Foundation for Peace Culture packages are the latest to storm President Jame's granite farm in Kanilai for weeding exercise. Louis Mendes saw the volunteers in action, and this is his report.
Medina Talokoto is among the many villages across the country that benefited from a health center and an ambulance, courtesy of President Jame's Foundation for Peace. Residents of the Kombo East village plus students who enjoy the philanthropist organization scholarship packages are the latest to storm President Jame's groundnut farm in Kandlai for a weeding exercise. Mohamed Sedi, a grade 8 student in Bottrop Junior Secondary School, is one of the beneficiaries of the foundation scholarship packages. Joined by his father, the duo praised President Jame for establishing an organization for the needy.
I thank God for President Jame for paying my school fees.
For Aminata Kujabi and Bamfa Sise, the health post and the ambulance made available to their community and many others across the country tells the story of a leader who is relentless in transforming the lives of the citizens. Therefore, they went on, working on his farm is one way of reciprocating what he has done for Gambians.
Because I see that Jame Foundation is there to complement Gambia government effort in order to bring development for the rural community in the areas of education, health and agriculture.
The proceeds from President Jame's farms are usually plowed back into the Gambian society. For that reason, said Morlamin Koli, Gambians should partake in activities taking place in all Kanilai farms. Morlamin Manga is the CEO of the Jame Foundation for Peace.
And the president set this foundation to help in the social development of the country, because as he said, the government cannot do it alone. So he set this foundation so that we can actually contribute. People can come in and contribute to help subsidize government's development area. We've gone on clean drinking water. We've helped women on vegetable garden all over the country. So the government themselves, the government alone cannot do it. So that's why Jame Foundation is here with other partners in Belgium and Holland. So from Banjul all the way to Koina, we have almost about 50 projects, ranging from women's vegetable garden, ranging from clean drinking water, health post, ambulances, and so forth.
The Jame Foundation dishes out over $500,000 on scholarship every other year. a great chunk of it being the President's personal benevolence. Louis Mendy, GRTS.
Well, you're reminded that you can monitor GRTS Radio live on our website, which is at www.grts.gm. We're going to take a very short break now. The news continues in just a moment.
There are many property companies out there, so making a choice can sometimes be difficult. This is why you should rely on a professional and experienced player in the market. Let me introduce you to Universal Properties. Universal Properties. Universal Properties. Universal Properties are one of the oldest and the most reliable property company in the Gambia. Universal Properties, we have 3 great locations to offer: Lamin, Brufut, and also on the Sukuta Airport Highway. In Lamin, we have 25 by 20 with inner roads, electricity, water, and some residents are already in place. We are greatly located in Brufut and very well accessible. The place you would want to build your dream home. Universal Properties. Universal Properties. And in Sukuta Airport Highway, you can have easy access to the airport, roads, and all amenities. We are located on number 2 Carava Avenue FIB House on the 2nd floor. Call us on 788-8888, 618-8888, or 996-5204, or www.universalproperties.org. Universal Properties. In God we trust. In God we trust.
Welcome back. Militant groups who control large areas of northern Mali have threatened to avenge the killing of 16 Muslim clerics. The men were reportedly on their way to Bamako from rebel-held areas when they were shot dead by suspected Malian regular soldiers. The heavily armed groups say they will retaliate by marching on the capital Bamako. And Kenya's southeastern region was the scene of another reprisal attack involving nomadic herdsmen and farmers. The recent fighting left at least 33 people killed, including 8 policemen. We have details of those stories and others in this roundup.
For Mujwa, the shooting in which 16 Muslim clergy were killed by the Malian army was a declaration of war. The Islamist organization, which controls the north of Mali with other groups linked to Al-Qaeda, announced that it would advance to the south towards Bamako. On the 1st of September, the group took over the town of Douentza at the center of the country. A political analyst is sounding the alarm. The situation is really chaotic, and if we don't do anything, the Mujwa will occupy the whole territory. The 16 clergy who were on their way to Bamako Saturday evening belong to the Dawa sect, who, according to its representative, has nothing to do with the Islamist rebels. Violence continues in Kenya. Since the month of August, 2 rival communities, the sedentary Pokomos and the nomadic Ormas, have been fighting in the region of Tana River in the south. Last month, 52 Ormas were killed with machetes by the Pokomos. On Monday, a new attack led by the Ormas killed 33 people, including 8 police officers who were sent to the region to restore order. The Libyan Council for Freedom and Human Rights responded negatively on Sunday to the announcement that the trial of Saif al-Islam, one of Gaddafi's sons, was to be postponed. The council says we cannot have a fair trial in Libya. International organizations too demand a trial at the International Criminal Court. Saif al-Islam, who was arrested last November, is being charged with crimes against humanity. His trial was supposed to begin in September, but Libyan courts wanted to wait in case additional witnesses decided to speak up after the return to Libya of the former Secret Service chief Abdullah al-Sanusi.
Iraqi Vice President and prominent Sunni politician Tariq al-Hashimi has been sentenced to death in absentia. The fugitive vice president fled to Turkey after falling out with Iraqi Prime Minister Nouri al-Maliki. Al-Hashimi's sentencing came amid a weekend of horrific violence across major Shia-dominated cities and towns in Iraq. We have details of that story in this report.
Iraq was rocked by a series of bombing attacks over the weekend that resulted in more than 88 deaths, with 400 other people injured, mostly from the Shiite community. The country has been hit regularly by explosions meant to feed on a climate of instability, but the latest attacks were linked to the sentencing to death in absentia of the Sunni Vice President Tariq al-Hashimi and his son-in-law Ahmad Katan, his personal secretary. They were accused of having organized the deaths of some 150 Iraqi officials. Al-Hashemi is an